TV6 Newsroom, I'm Chief Meteorologist Erik Maitland with a little bit of an update on our severe weather, or thankfully lack thereof. We went in today with a level 2 to 3 risk for severe weather over the area, and nothing really has materialized. And there is a reason for that we'll explain. We're really out of the woods yet, so I'd say there's a low chance for severe, but it's not completely zero. And we'll show you why about. First of all, though, let's take a look at the warm air cap. You've probably been all about this today, and that is something that we'll look forward to happening more now getting into the warm season. We had a warm front to our north today, warm air behind that front, very deep. Above that warm air cap, the cold air. So if we can only get our little bubble of air around the warm air cap, then explosive thunderstorm development is certainly a possibility. And as we move ahead here, that warm air bubble takes a little jump as we go through the sequence of events here. It does rise, it cools off. So if it cools off to the point cooler than the warm air cap, it can't overcome that cap. So right again, this time we'll cool off that warm air cap, or at least a bit. And then now, instead of being cooler than that cap, bubble of warm air is warmer than that warm air cap, and that's when that's when you get the explosive severe weather development that we were looking for, having a chance of today. And you can see that's when we get the thunderstorms. Well, again, that happened today, and that's good because we do not want severe weather. Here's a look at area skies, and there's actually a bit of clearing behind the cloud cover coming in through the area. That's why here in the Metro Quad Cities, if we look to the northwest, you can actually see some clearing in our skies, and that's something that should be with us for much of the night. But again, we're not completely out of the woods for severe weather, and the reason for that is that we still have a cold front to move through the area. Now there are some thunderstorms along that cold front well off to our west. First, the weather has been very active. That's been to our far northwest tonight, to Minnesota, now Wisconsin, and North Iowa. The yellow box, severe thunderstorm warning in northwest Iowa. Those red boxes to the north, severe thunderstorm warnings with possible tornadoes, and that's an active tornado warning as that line continues to migrate south and mainly east, but a little east. So as we go to the TV6 viewing area right now, we are arranged, saw some showers move through earlier, but none of that was any kind of rough weather. Didn't see any lightning with that. But along the cold front in western Iowa, and especially now toward Kansas City, that's where we've got some strong storm developing right now. These we will have to watch. Now, they will cross. As they do so, considering it'll be well past sunset toward I-35 and point east toward the Quad Cities, they will lose a lot of strength. So the only chance we're going to get for thunderstorms will be from those. But again, they'll be losing strength as they move across Iowa, so our chances are very low. Again, not necessarily zero, but darn low. So that's why we just have that conditional threat for severe storms. It was really because of the warm air cap. We had that in place. If that was to break, we would have seen some development of storms. But again, for tonight, Thursday morning, you can see on the bottom of our first alert day graphic, we will still have for at least some storms to move through. Maybe some of those will be strong, gusty winds and small hail. Tornado probability, well, for earlier today, still high. The Storm Prediction Center really hasn't taken the down yet, including the hail probability, which is pretty high too. But since we're still in that 2 to 3 level for severe weather, they're not going to take these down just yet. This will probably be something that gets amended a little bit later this evening or tonight. Look at our temperatures. Yeah, it felt like a early summer preview today. We had middies earlier, and those dew points in the 60s. Again, plenty of ingredients for weather, but we just had that warm air cap suppressing the developments. There you can see right now we're still at 82 degrees coming up on 8:30 this evening. So if you've been outside this evening, it's a nice one to enjoy on the patio. Exact Track does show a few thoughts trying to move across Interstate 35. We just showed you those on radar. They will most likely at least weaken, if not completely disappear, before they hit the Quad Cities. And then much later this evening into the early, again, some of those storms toward Kansas City kind of playing peekaboo with you there in the lower left of your screen. But again, those will likely lose strength as they approach the Mississippi River Valley too. So not will likely even see any rain from this event, but a few of us will get the chance to get a shower, maybe a rumble of thunder, but to be about it for the rest of the night. And then as we start our Tuesday, guys, plenty of sunshine then later in the day, but those winds will keep our temperatures back to the 60s highs. We'll start off around 60 for many of us, some upper 40s to the north. And you're seeing those highs for Tuesday, mid and upper across the area, and that's really about it. So, we saw a situation come through the area today. It really didn't amount to anything but a few rain showers. Again, we don't want severe weather, and that warm air cap saved us. One thing I mentioned, though, is we, again, go through season now that's upon us. If we get behind those warm fronts and there's a volatile atmosphere that could produce strong storms, that warm air cap, that will usually save us 9 times out of 10. Was thankfully what happened today. So with that, just to get the latest on KWQC.com, First Alert weather app downloaded, and of course we'll be back here tonight at 10 on TV6 with the latest. But the 6 News Now digital desk, that is your latest forecast. See you later.